Hello everybody, welcome to today's edition of Daf Yomi. Today's Daf is Daf 9 on B of Shevuot. So let's dive straight in. Then we derive the atonement of the goat of the new moon through a comparison to the goat of Yom Kippur, and we do not refute it by saying that the atonement of the goat of Yom Kippur is more extensive. That is not relevant. There, with regard to the goat of the new moon, the basic fact that it provides atonement is written in the verse, as Rav Yehuda explains above, and the comparison of the goat of Yom Kippur is merely revealing a matter, i.e. it teaches in what way its atonement is limited. But here, with regard to the goat of the festivals, the verse does not mention any details about atonement, so it is valid to say that we do not derive the entire matter from the comparison to the goat of Yom Kippur, as it provides a more extensive atonement. Rather, the atonement of the goat of the festivals is derived just as Rabbi Hama, son of Rabbi Chanina, says in explanation of the opinion of Rabbi Meir in 10a. The matter is derived from the fact that with regard to the goat of the festivals, see Numbers chapters 28 to 29, the verses that mention the goat could have simply stated a goat, but instead and a goat. Here too, the fact that the verse could have simply stated a goat, but instead states and a goat, indicates that the goat of the festival are juxtaposed with the goat of the new moon, which are mentioned at the beginning of that passage and teach that they all affect the similar atonement. Just as the goat of the new moon atone only for cases in which one did not have awareness, neither at the beginning nor at the end, so too the goat of the festivals atone for cases in which one did not have awareness neither at the beginning nor at the end. The dilemma was raised before the sages when Rabbi Yehuda says that the goat of the new moons and the festivals atone for cases in which one did not have awareness, neither at the beginning nor at the end. Does that statement apply only to a sin that will never eventually become known, e.g. where no one was present when the person became ritually impure, but with regard to a sin that will eventually become known? So what's the footnote? Shesofa Livada. An example of a case of this is where others witnesses enter into the temple while he was ritually impure, and they inform him of his transgression later. Especially the Rimegesh adds another example, where one entered the temple after walking on a particular road, and later it became known that there was a source of impurity located on that road that rendered him impure. It is considered to be like a case of one who has awareness of his sin at the end, and therefore only the goat whose blood presentation performed outside the sanctuary on Yom Kippur itself atone for it, or perhaps even with regard to a sin that will eventually become known, right now at least, before it becomes known, I can call it a sin of which only God is aware, and therefore the goat of the new moon and the festivals atone for it.